Okay, let's see here. How we doing? Oh, Mike's already rocking it. My beard's getting long. Getting long. I'm gonna have to shave it soon, but it's getting long. Just having fun with it. I have some ideas for a couple of shorts I want to do, and I want to get it kind of long before I do that. All right. Let's see here. Oh, we got Morgan. We got Mike. Okay, sounding pretty good. We may have. I think Barry's going to show up as well. So we'll wait for a second here before we get going. And also Morgan on one of my posts said that they had some form of idea in regards to the Telltale Heart House. I have a more practical, maybe the wrong word, but I went back through the transcript of last episode and I saw the paths we took. And I whittled it down to the paths we haven't taken, because I don't know if there's like a typo or what we're doing wrong here. But I know right at the beginning we have the 3 paths. One of them just leads to an immediate dead end. The one we're on now leads to 2 that we have yet to discern anything yet for the branching paths. And that one that we've been going down, there is one remaining answer we have yet to choose. I don't know what it is, because I was looking at the transcripts and it was like number 65. Oh, here we go. It seems like we did the memory parts right. So where we are, like, we're just jumping into it because we're getting kind of frustrated with this thing. Where we are is we have to jump into the memory of the Telltale Heart guy, and we're trying to do his memory. We're trying to like relive his memories of killing the guy with the vulture eye, and we keep screwing up. So here we go. Morgan says, "It seems like we did the memory parts right." I agree. After the death, we followed the story. But the story resulted in the killer being caught. Maybe we should choose the well. Maybe we should choose the well and not let the police in. Oh, okay. I think that's probably the one option. Actually, let me look through my thing. Maybe there's 2 Oh, yeah, I think there's 2 options on both sides. So yeah, maybe that's the thing. So we want him to get away with it. Maybe that's what it is. But he's telling us to do his memories. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to give Barry like 2 more minutes and get started. But beyond that, I am hopeful that we get some keys tonight, especially this key, because I'm going crazy about it. And then we have the black cat. We know we need to go there. Okay, quick summary before I get into this. Yes, I did get a little like tooth thing. So it's not the tooth, but I have this little like flipper thing. It's like a little denture you put in until I get the implant constructed, but I'm not used to it, and I actually lisp more with this than without, because I'm still working my tongue, which stinks because I have a film I'm doing and I'm the lead in it, and I'm gonna have to wear this in a film, so I got to get used to not lisping. But I just got this yesterday. But anyway, I don't even know what my point was. Okay, yeah, let's this is gonna be a quick recap. We're in this Edgar Allan Poe world. We're inhabiting the body of Prince Prospero. We awoke in a stronghold. We, the reader, the players, have gone into his body. We met this dude named King Pest after we escaped somehow. And we were in like the pendulum area, the pit and the pendulum area. And we're running around this world that's like Kingdom Hearts for Edgar Allan Poe. And we're getting all these keys from different stories. And we have to do this to appease King Pest. We've gotten the Raven key. We've gotten the Fall of the House of Usher key, a coffin key that I don't remember that story at all, but there's a coffin and we got the key for it. The tomb key, I think it was called. And now we're working on the Telltale Heart. And I feel like after we get this, there's one more house, I think, that we haven't explored. That is probably the Black Cat. Then we know where King Pest is. We go back to King Pest and we get that key. That should be all of the remaining keys we need to re-enter the stronghold. So that's what I hope we're doing. So where we left off last time, we kept doing this loop. We're probably cheating, but it honestly doesn't matter, because instead of starting over at the beginning of the game, we're starting over with a battery that we probably shouldn't be doing. But because of the wording of the book, it sounds like we could. Anyway, if you start over the start of the game, we'd be just making the same choices to get here anyway. And we're in this kind of like frustrating loop, which kind of works because in the coffin story, this guy in this woman kept burying this guy who kept being resurrected. So thematically, it makes sense. We're in their loop now. But anyway, we're trying to relive the Telltale Heart story. We ended here. We have some new prompts. And it is 5 minutes, so let's get started. Ooh, I had a tough week. I have half a bottle of cloudy sake. I'm going to pour me some sake because it's the weekend. And some cloudy nigori, I believe it is. Yeah. Had it chilling on some ice. There we go. Cheers, my friends. I'm hoping to... is there a well on the map? I don't think so. Oh, it went a bad week, Morgan. It was fine. Just work. But my hope is that we can get these keys tonight, re-enter the stronghold on Sunday, and do a good session of that, and maybe get through this, because I have a really great follow-up campaign to this. I'm really enjoying this. As I've been a little frustrated at times, but I have another game that I want to play after this, where there are like 4 characters. It's very simple rules. It's more of a fantasy setting where I could have you in the chat actually like roll dice. It's just 6-sided dice. We can maybe find a place online to do it, or you can just do it at home and tell me results, and you can play like the characters as we go through this story. But anyway, we're doing some Edgar Allan Poe. It's spooky season. It's October 24th. Let's rock. So here we are in the loop. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I want to see if Barry wrote or anything before I get going. He did not. So long, Barry. I'll see him tomorrow during Baldur's Gate and get onto him. Okay. Okay. Let's go. So we chose... what did we choose to even get here? Who cares? I enter the old man's chamber without uttering a breath. The darkness is absolute, but I know the location of each piece of furniture and move through the silence like a cat. A black cat? As I approach, I hear him sigh. The old man emits a faint moan. I literally thought, as I was reading ahead, the old man emits a fart. The groan of a mortal terror. As I was reading ahead, I thought it said fart. It's faint. The old man emits a faint moan, the groan of a mortal terror, not of suffering nor pain. No. It is the subdued and stifled sound that wells up from the depths of the soul when it is overcharged with awe. I know it well. On one more night, it has sprung from my own bosom, deepening with its frightening echo the terrors that distracted me. I know what he feels, and I almost pity him, but I chuckled at heart. I know that he has been lying awake since the first slight noise, when he turned over in the bed. His fears have been growing upon him ever since. He had been trying to fancy them causeless. It is only a mouse, or it is only the trill of a cricket. But he has failed. He has been trying to find comfort in suppositions, but has found all in vain, because death had stalked him with his black shadow and taken his victim. Okay. So do we want to keep making our way forward in the dark, which is 169, which I'm looking at my little flow chart I wrote out. We have not done 169, I don't think. Or do you want me to attack him with the light turned on? So what do we think? Are we making our way forward in the dark, or do we attack him with the light on? Ew. Those are our 2 choices in this new branch of tree. This is 102. I'm going to write this down. Have we done 52? We may it looks like we have, actually. Like I said, I'm looking back at old... Because I took the Yes, it looks like we actually have done 52. 52 will lead us to something else that led us to death. That's a good call, Mike. So we already know 52 is wrong. So it has to be 169, because I don't want to die again. Yeah? We feeling this? 169? Because 52... I'm going through the transcript. Yeah, we've done 52. So 169, it is. Yeah, okay. 52 is death, and then the battery and frustration, and 169 is... Looks like the death, battery, and frustration. We're whittling down all options. Oh my god! As I advance into the darkness, a low, dull, rapid sound comes to my ears, a type of hammering, but as if muffled in cotton. It's the old man's heartbeat. Had he perhaps sensed the baleful influence of my presence, and yet he has neither seen nor heard me. The fear of being discovered despite my actions increases my anger, just as the beating of a drum spurs on the courage of the soldier. I have only a few steps to go and proceed with small movements, keeping my distance from any possible obstacle. When I'm close enough, it's almost as if I could feel his breath on my face. I stretch my hands towards his neck. I feel him jerk the instant I place my fingertips on his throat. But before I can sink my fingers into his skin, I feel the edge of a blade. Is it a rough-hewn blade? We've been looking for one of those. Penetrate my chest. Ooh, he killed us. I slump to the ground, feeling my heart take its last beats, killed by a wretched serving knife. All right, we're going to go through that whole loop. No, thank you. I'm going to go back to 115 because that's where this madness begins. We're going to beat this. There's only like... Okay. Back in the beginning. We go into the guy's house. He tells us a story. We know this story. Choose your own madness. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the chat's doing. I would not be surprised. I wish there was a subreddit dedicated to this. I have not found it. There actually have not, as far as I can tell, have not been that many playthroughs of this online. And one of them is in some language. I don't know what language that was, but I don't think there's one in English. This is the worst part of the game. Yeah, this is a bit frustrating, but like I said, because I was getting frustrated. I'm the one talking in a vacuum like a weirdo. Like, who would be possibly watching this except for YouTube? Sad sacks. Wait, how many people do we have? I think it's just you two. Let's see what we got here. 3! We have 3 sad sacks. Yay! Welcome whoever third is. So, waiting on the doorstep until he falls asleep again. That has to be the only possible way we can go right now. So let us wait on the doorstep until he falls asleep again, which is 182. I think. I forgot how to do things. Okay, here we go. 182. So we've exhausted all the other ones. All right, 182. We wait for him, which makes sense. That's following his memories. Then this leads us to 102. Leads us to a dead end. So we have to go to 65. So anyway, we're waiting. In his memories, he said he waited a while. So we forced him to wait. Our options are, let me go in now. We're like, no, you got to wait. And he's like, do you want me to wait? Yeah, we do. Because that is the only possible way we could go. Okay. Even more so, he refrains. He's breathing heavy. He's really aroused. As you can tell, I'm getting frustrated by this. So this is 109. If we had him wait longer, he got angry. And he did it himself and we died. 117, attacking in the dark was bad because he needed the light on. So turning on the lantern is the only possible choice. So that leads us to the next choice. 124. Okay, here we go. This is actually like our first like decision point, I think. I wait a long while longer, very patiently, without hearing him lie down, then decide to open a slit in the lantern. I open it stealthily, so that a single dim ray, as thin as a spider's thread, shines out. I almost did a Queen Mab speech there. You're lucky I didn't. A spider's thread shines out and falls squarely on his vulture eye. This time it is wide open and shines a dull blue, with a hideous veil of blood that chills the marrow in my bones. But I can see nothing more of the old man's face or figure, for I have directed the ray, as if by instinct, precisely upon that damned spot. Out, damned spot. Ooh, we had Queen Mab and some Mackers in this. Now that I have been discovered, all that remains is to act! As you can see, I'm very punchy with this. I want to get this key and move on. Will you finally let me attack? Is one of our options. Or do you give the old man time to call for help? We have not done, do you give the old man time to call for help? We have done 53 last time. Which is, will you finally let me attack? Because that is when we attack him, and we do kill him, and we bury him in the floorboards. That's that path. So this is our first where we haven't chosen it. We have not chosen 43. If we take 53, we can try to put him in the well. But I think that's how I think this is how we get there. I think 53 lets us kill him and we can put him in the well or out or underneath the floorboards. But if we do 43, we have never done 43. So what are we feeling? And yes, like I said, we did 53 last time. We can put him in the well, which is not a memory, at least not a memory from the book, because he does. That's the whole point of the story. It's a telltale heart. He doesn't put it in a well. That'd be called the bloated corpse. So what are you two feeling? Take the new branch, which is 43, or go to 53 and put them in the well? And there may be a bit of a delay in the chat. Again, I did all the settings where it's a faster response time, but I feel like it always takes a little while to catch up. Yeah, last time I was... Oh, actually, the can's still here. And there's still some left in it from last time I had it. Guava berry. Waterloo. I'm not a fan. Trying to be faithful to Poe work. Maybe we attack and then make a different choice down the line. Okay. I'm good with either one of these. Okay. There went your Waterloo sponsorship. Sorry. Actually, I love Waterloo. I've got lime. Love lime. You can't see it because of the glare. I've got blackberry lemonade. Fantastic. Black cherry's good too. Just wasn't a fan of the guava berry. All right, so what are we saying? Good save. Thank you. I know I need that Waterloo sponsorship. So what are you guys feeling? Your answers are vague. Hook me up. So do we just try the new one right now, or do we try the path that has led us to failure before with maybe more options, but that are I'm vacillating. I noticed. So what are we got? Yeah. Need an answer. Need an answer. Or I'm gonna like. Oh, I don't have my dice thing on here. I tried to add a widget to this to like. I did add it. It's just not working to roll a die or flip a coin, but it's for whatever reason not working. Again, I think it just doesn't like my Mac. What do you say, Morgan? Oh my lord. Waiting on the decision. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Go the new route or take the old route that has led to. I'm not showing up. Does that mean you're writing things and it's not showing up? Or you're not playing along? Let's choose a number ending in 3. Oh, shut up, Mike. I'm going to seriously roll a... Do I have a die? Amazingly, I do not have a die in this round. Or a coin on my person. But I rarely have coins on my person. Let's attack. Okay, thank you. Finally, we're going to attack. Will you finally let me attack? Sure. 53. We're attacking. So the light of the lantern surprised the old man, who, upon seeing me, blah, 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 we've done all this. Here is a choice. And I think we have 2 possibilities from this. Should I cut him up and hide him in the house? That is what we've done in the past. That is kind of what he does in the book. I'm almost positive in the story he just buries him. He doesn't butcher him. Or should I take him out and throw him down a well? So what are we doing? Are we cutting? So cutting him up may lead to, which is the only other option. I'm like looking at the branches here. If we cut him up and put him in the house, we've invited the people in, like happens in the story, and we got caught. But there is another option to cut him up and tell the people not to come in. So that is one option. So it appears that we currently still do have 3, actually, now that I'm discerning my notes here properly. So we have... Are we cutting him up, which leads us to an option of not letting the investigators in, or whoever they were, or do we throw him in the well, which we've not done either? That's where we are. So I'm waiting on you guys. Oh, this is music where it gets crazy. Hopefully the music's syncing up with what I'm doing. That'd be really weird if you guys were hearing it differently and I'm just 161. So Mike is for Team Well. Since you were first, I'm going with it. Let's rock. I want to get to that black cat. I just want to get out of this house. Ooh, okay. Oh boy. Oh, it looks like this goes to the same place. Night is ending and I work quickly and quietly. First, I dismember the corpse in the tub. This is a lot. I don't remember this. I cut off the head, arms, and legs, then I pull 3 planks. What? Then I pull off the hall floor and arrange everything between the scantlings. Then I place the... What? Oh, gee. Well, oh, you're doing the cut up option. Oh, okay. The well option was another. Oh, jeebers. I was like, what? This isn't the well. Okay, that's why I was so confused. Okay, so yes, we have done this. We've just butchered him for no good reason. We finish him, then somebody knocks on the door and says, "Hey, we're the guards of Prince Poet." Last time we let this person in, like they do in the book, but then we still got caught, and the guy got mad at us, and we had to go revive ourselves. So we have, if we let them in, we know we fail. So we have to try to escape through the back window and vanish down the street. Let me check. 177. Yeah, that's all they have to do. All right. So again, we're whittling down. It's going to be funny if the very last possible choice is the correct one, which we're well on our way to that. My God. It's not this. I don't even know if I want to like read it. Okay, fine. In only a few seconds, I'm doubled over with breathlessness. That's tough to say with a missing tooth. Breathless. I spit a thick red mucus onto the ground and am surrounded by guards. Enchained. I ask how they discovered me and what their cardio regiment is and how they kept up with me. And the youngest one among them reveals that they have been trolling the neighborhood for days, ever since the old man had reported through his servant that he feared for his life and possessions. They say no more and lead me to my cell. Along the way, I feel a deep and unknown unease growing. Before locking me behind bars, I bite one of the jailers on the arm, which results in a beating for my insolence. But I can't stop laughing at the thought of my blood on their hands. All right, so back to the well. Again, so then we revive with our battery. We end up in the coffin. We do the puzzles. We end up back here. So 115, 182. This is, we wait some more with 65. We turn the lantern on. Yep, 124. We're hitting our first new tree area. Okay, this is branching path we haven't done. Finally Let Me In leads us back where we were. We could do the well, or 43 leads us to give him time to call for help. Are we going to do the well or let him? Well, the chat is well ? Well, period. Well. See, that's not in the story. I know that the well's not in the story, but I honestly don't remember if he calls for help or not in the story. But the well is most definitely not the story. There is a well in the stronghold that we want to fill with water. I don't know if this is the way to do it. But so this is our first. There are two more possible that we are aware of. Two paths we have not taken. This is the first one. And the second one is, oh, so it's all Greek to you, eh, Mike? That is another Shakespeare quote. I think it's Greek. It's Greek to me. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's in Antony and Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, something like that. So what are we feeling? Are we taking the well route, or are we taking the cry out for help route? As far as what we have whittled down now, those are our two options. And then we can see what they unlock, or if they both end up in dead ends, I'm going to table flip and rage quit. well first, then cry out. Okay. So we attack. Light a lantern. Should I cut him up? Nope. Should I try to take him out and throw him down a well? Sure. This is where I lost my mind about 3 minutes ago when I thought we were doing the well, and we weren't, because we did that thing. This doesn't... Okay. I drag the corpse towards the entrance after covering it with 3 sheets, since it's dripping blood for no apparent reason. Okay. And then I open the door, making certain in advance that the area is completely quiet. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's still dark. The darkness of the night will cover up my crime long enough for me to reach the pit, but I can't hesitate. The maid will arrive in a moment. At 4 a.m.? I throw the body over my shoulder and advance into the shadows with extreme caution. When I reach my destination, almost an hour has passed, and the first light of dawn is breaking. I'm exhausted. There's a ferrous taste in my mouth. I don't know that word. and my vision is blurred. I'm convinced that hearing the thud of that macabre load falling to the bottom will be a relief. But before I can reach the stone ring circle, 3 guards appear before me with their swords drawn. I have to hide. I must escape. Oh my God, they're going to catch us, aren't they? Yep, dead end. These guards... Mike just said, these guards sure get around. All right, so back to 115. Actually, which leads us to 182, which leads us to 65. I'm going to just go straight to 65. This is where we need to turn the lantern on. Oh my God, if this leads to like branching paths that are all dead ends, I'm going to lose my mind. So 124. Why? Okay, call out for help. That's it. Do you want to give the old man time to call for help? That doesn't happen. And he sees him and like is startled, but does he yell help? I don't know. Who cares? You're dead. It was immensely difficult to remain still. What? But I don't give in to the killer instinct, certain to have missed my chance. But the old man doesn't utter a sound. His heart begins to slow with an irregular muffled noise until it stops entirely. Does he have a heart attack in the story? I place my hand on his chest and hold it there for several minutes. There's no pulsation. He is stone dead and his eye will trouble me no more. Thank you. What the hell? I don't know whether to be mad or relieved if this is it. Oh, for... Okay. The madman dissolves in reddish powder before his eyes with a calm smile. A metallic object shines in a heap of purple ash. You got the stupid key of heart. Whatever. All right, so 64 key of heart. 64 key of heart. Area. Who cares? We got it. I do not know what happened there. Again, don't know if I want to be mad or just happy it's over. But let's leave this place and just never talk about it again. Let's see if I did this right. Yeah. Yay, I gave us a key. I'm slowly learning how to do technology things. So we have 4 of the keys. We're in an area. So we got 2 more. We got cat and Morgan. I still want to rage quit. That was rage quit. That was stupid. It was. We have spent an hour and a half of our life on this. Let's go. Let's run away. Okay, so that leads us back to the map. Oh, hang on. Right? From now on, you can ignore destination. So there it is. From now on, you can ignore. It doesn't say ignore destination 167. It says you can ignore. You don't have to. Anyway, again, another weird wording thing. Again, I don't speak any other languages, as a matter of fact, so I can't be too mad at anyone. But I'm also not a professional translator. Okay. I don't know why I did 167. I'm trying to run away. Let's go to the map. Okay, here we are, my friends. Up in the top left is where King Pest is, I think. 162, I'm quite sure, is the area we have not been in. I'm assuming that is the Black Cat, because that is a key, is a cat key. 172, there's nothing to do there except look at bad weather. 167, I hate with my whole soul. I'm going to... Goodbye. And then 70 is... Oh, well, 70 is a charnel pit. 135, I think we closed down too. 70 was a charnel pit that we could look in, but we're probably going to die if we do that. I have a bad feeling about that thing. The Terminator 2 explosion. So I'm assuming we are feeling 162. Or the charnel pit. I think those are our only options. 162, let's do it. Come on, Black Cat, and come on, be easy. If we can rock out some keys right now, I would be stoked. Okay, let's do this. 162. Okay, here we go. The street leads you to a house with a solid... Boy, let's try that again. The street leads you to a house with a I keep saying with solid stone walls and a roof that is almost completely intact. Perhaps the only building that appears safe, excluding the fortress behind you that casts its ominous shadow over the entire neighborhood. You advance towards the entrance, walking down a narrow path between two low walls that delimit the space of a garden now overgrown with dry brush. The doorway and windows are made of solid wood, have resisted the ravages of time, and are tastefully designed. You open the door with caution in an attempt to anticipate any possible danger, but a friendly voice catches you off guard. "Oh, come in! There's no danger. I've been waiting for you." The invitation comes from a tall man with affable manners and gentle features, a messy mop of raven hair falling over his brow. He wears work clothes that are dirty with lime and paint. Is this guy cast of Amontillado, putting people on walls? "Please forgive my clothing, but I have an important job to complete." Yeah, that sounds sketchy. With a friendly nod, he invites you to take a seat in one of the armchairs in front of the lit fireplace. The room is tastefully furnished, and the interior is maintained even better than the facade. Ceiling-high bookcases, chock full of literary tomes with colorful spines, make the room cozy, while a family portrait of the man in military uniform and standing next to a smiling young lady in a wedding dress who holds a sly, black cat brightens the atmosphere. Okay. Sit by the fire or refuse. I don't know why we'd refuse, but Morgan has read The Black Cat, or has listened to an audiobook more recently than we have. But Mike says, sit in front of the fire. Let's just get confirmation from Morgan, and then we will, all right, 110, let's do it. Come on, big bucks, Black Cat. Oh, for... You sink into the soft armchair and extend your feet toward the fire. You gaze at the filthy cloth that covers your feet. It is made of the same fabric as your tattered robe, but the warmth chases away all thoughts of imprisonment. The feeling of heat is pleasant, soothing. You allow yourself the luxury of closing your eyes for a moment without thinking of anything. You hardly even notice the blow from a hammer that cracks open your skull. You regenerate at 107. Is this a new place? Or there's just... This is the galvanic battery. We still have it because we could have went and got it again because of the wording. I don't care. We're back at the map. And I'm assuming we go back to that place and we refuse to sit by the fire. Because that's the only option we have. Before I lose my mind. I'm going back. I don't even care what the chat says. I'm on a mission. I want this cat key. Then we can go back to King Pest. And then there was something with King Pest about we had to somehow align his court members with things to get his key, even though it's his wife says she has the key. Queen Pest said she has the key. Okay, here we go. Let's refuse the offer. Again, we're cheating a bit. We are doing... there's this galvanic battery. You only get like one chance, or then you have to start over at the beginning of the game, which honestly, I don't know what different choices we could have made. I feel like we'd have almost made the exact same choices. Maybe we would have opened our eyes sooner than we would have in other instances, but I don't think we would have done anything differently, really. So, unless we could have died at the, when the pit and the pendulum was coming, we could have let the pendulum kill us and not use the rats. But why? Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's that word, interlocutor. I'm gonna. So it is your interlocutor, your host. I'm gonna try to say host instead of that word. I hate that word and it keeps popping up. At your refusal, the host's affable manner changes, revealing that he can barely suppress his anger. His gaze darkens, and for a few long seconds he scrutinizes you in a disturbing manner without saying a word. You feel the urge to get away from that false world, which you perceive permeates the building deep into the walls. All right, let's not waste any more time. I know who you are. King Pest told me about you and your uniqueness, if we can call it that, the man says, continuing to observe you carefully as he speaks, as if trying to calculate your strength. Ever since my death, I have been imprisoned within these walls, without being able to go beyond the front door. You have seen the state of the garden. This is kind of Casamontellado. You feel your heart begin to race in an impending sense of danger. Your host notices your discomfort and smiles. You have nothing to fear. I only want your avatar. I realize that if I kill you, I can't use it, so I kindly ask you to leave it here so that I can take advantage of its power and go back in time and make different choices. Ugh, preach it. Don't worry, King Pest is certain that it won't make any difference to you. Outside the mansion, its regeneration will take place as usual. In return, I will grant you the key I seek, the key you seek. If you would agree to exchange, your avatar will never trust you again. Well, he's already traumatized. Okay. Meaning that you will no longer be able to note down the condition of trust and will always have to keep the previous condition. But for its sacrifice, you will receive the key of cat. Even if your avatar dies, you will not lose it. Unless you're instructed to erase a key or object, which we have been instructed to erase keys. If you accept, you will regenerate outside the mansion with the key. If you refuse, go to 55. So Mike is saying, is there any other way to get the key of cat? We can't progress without it. And as far as we know, no. There's been no other indication. This, again, unless we look into that coffin that killed everybody, as far as I'm aware, no. But maybe this is also like a way to, again, I'm just thinking mechanically, maybe they want us to go to the stronghold without being trusted. I don't know why, but maybe we can be trusted again with King Pest or something like that. Oh, wait, we can't. We can no longer ever be trusted again. I don't know. But we need this key to continue. I mean, we could see what happens if we refuse, but I don't know. Yeah, so this is our... I mean, if we refuse, we may, like, see the cat outside, and the cat's like, hey, take my key. Because a raven gave us a key. I don't know why a cat wouldn't. But we do need this stupid key. But this is fun. This is a tough decision. What are we feeling? Do we accept his offer? Are there numbers that go with the choices? Yes. If we accept, it's 162. That if we accept his offer. If we refuse, it's 55. Those are the numbers. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't scroll up enough for you, bud. You can't see it. There you go. So again, if we give away the trusted condition and give him our avatar, basically, that is 162. If we say no, I think these are both new. I think these are both new. This is a tough choice. Good. I'm enjoying this. I feel like, unless it's at King Pest, I really don't know where else we get this. This is, again, the only place. Yeah, what are you two feeling? I wish the game was like more like this. We can refuse and come back if we hit a dead end. Exactly. If we're like, okay, it goes out there. Like, I don't think... It's not like they're going to shut this down. Oh, God, could you imagine if they do and there is some other way to find it and then we lose our freaking minds? I'm torn. I could go either way. I know! This is exciting, though. I'm actually glad we have a good decision here. I just don't know which way to go. I'm playing the mechanics of the game of just like, there has to be some other way to do it. This can't. If this is the only way, then we should just do it. But maybe 55 is we're rewarded for protecting our avatar. And then there are multiple endings, so that is a thing as well. What are we feeling, guys? It's up to you two. I guess I'm a tiebreaker or a coin toss. I should find like a really cool coin or something. I don't think I have any really cool coins. Come on, Morgan and Mike, let's go. Waiting on you. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say 55 and it doesn't work, we come back. Okay, that's what Mike says. Sake's good. 55, let's do it. 55, dun dun. I can't drive 55. Okay, something's gonna happen. The man butts you with his shoulder and throws you back against a wall. Jeez. You hit your head and lose your balance and fall to the floor. He climbs on top of you and squeezes your neck tightly with his hands, trying to suffocate you. You can't breathe. You can't fight back. No, he's too strong. Your head throbs. Your vision blurs. You're about to lose consciousness when suddenly his grip loosens. You catch your breath, taking in as much air as possible. It's hard to swallow. The pain is intense, and you can't even lightly touch the skin under your chin without feeling a lacerating pain. After a few seconds, you realize that the bastard is doubled over in front of you. Blood is dripping out of his every pore. His clothes are drenched with it, and it pours onto the elegant wooden floor. His eyes throb in their sockets. His mouth is twisted with despair. I'm going to die again. The same horrible way as before. It's been happening every day now for I don't know how long. This is her revenge for my actions. For killing her. I know, but it was the illness that drove me mad. I loved my wife. She had a disposition not uncongenial with my own, and we shared a passion for pets. Please give us this key. We had a cat. An intelligent, very beautiful, black-haired cat. I lost them both. You lose control of your avatar and return to consciousness at the entrance of the mansion, filled with a raging instinct of a killer. This is not you in your body. These are the memories of a dangerous mind. Looks like we're going into the this is Morgan. This sounds like we're going into Black Cat. This one's on you, buddy. I'll go to 100. Oh, butts. I got a lot to read. Okay, don't fail me now. Let's go. As the disease progressed, only alcohol allowed me to quell the pain that was growing inside me, and one evening, as I lay in a tavern in a half-conscious state, my attention was suddenly drawn to something black sitting atop of one of the 4 huge barrels of gin and rum that made up the main furniture of the place. The reason I stumbled is 4 is italicized? One of the 4 huge barrels. Maybe that's some clue to the number 4, but anyway, I just was like, why is 4 italicized in all of this? Okay. I couldn't figure out what it was. I reached out to touch it with my hand and discovered it was a big black cat, which as soon as I touched it, immediately stood up and purred, happy to receive my attention. Just as the creature I was looking for to give my spirit some peace, so I proposed to the owner of the place to buy him for 90 shillings. Okay, there's another number that's italicized. But he didn't know him, nor had he ever seen him before. I continued to pet it, and when I left the place, the animal showed its intention of accompanying me. I let him, and every now and then along the way, I would stop and pet him. When we arrived home, he was at ease and immediately became the darling of my wife. However, after only a short number of days, I discovered a sentiment of ill will for him, the absolute opposite of what I anticipated. His mere presence caused me both discomfort and disgust, and I considered returning him to the place where I had found him. The affection shown him by my wife, however, made me desist. But as my symptoms worsened, my aversion and my annoyance grew into a bitter hatred. I came to regard him with irrepressible repugnance. Ooh, I like that word. And chose to avoid his hateful presence like the plague. One night, coming back inebriated from one of my now customary tours of the city's taverns, it seemed to me that the cat avoided my presence, as if it understood what lay between the lines of my violence. I grabbed the cat, and as I did, frightened by my own violence, it made a small wound on my hand with its teeth. At the sight of the blood, the fury of a demon took possession of me, and a fierce wickedness, fed by the gin and the dull pain of the disease, set fire to all the fibers of my body. Ooh, gin. He's gin drunk. That's a bad one. Another thing about gin, it tastes like balloons. Like a rubber balloon. I like gin and tonic. Ever since my friend said it tastes like balloons. It's true. Okay. I should have killed the cat, go to 164. I should have spared him, go to 120. I don't know where this is coming from. Like, I don't know how we're supposed to know what to choose in this, because I don't know. Yeah, okay. Mike says 90 is italicized down below. Yeah, so 4 and 90 for whatever reason. So what are we feeling? Do we kill the cat or spare him? We have no real knowledge of what to do here. Again, this is... Are we following the stories? Or are we making up our own mind? Now I feel like we're kind of like pigeonholed into certain things as opposed to having more agency. Because it feels like we're just punished unless we choose the absolute right answer. Which I haven't felt in this game until like this last couple sessions. I'm just like, no, you have to do this. There's no... The story kind of did this, and then it went, and then this narrow gauntlet. But that's why I'm excited to get to the stronghold, because hopefully it'll open back up. Because it seems like there's places in the stronghold we can go back to where we started the cell. Again, these daggers we have yet to find. We could be just really stupid in missing everything. But in the story, he kills the cat. Should we do that? Thank you, Morgan, for doing your homework, by the way. So in the story, he kills the cat. But the question is, I should have killed the cat. I should have spared him. Are we trying to redeem him? Or are we trying to follow the story? I mean, that's the thing. We don't know where we're coming from in this. I hope our avatar trusts us, though. So, okay, in the story, he kills the cat. How does that turn out for him? You told us last time. Because then another cat shows up that looks just like the original one. Again, are we trying to follow the story, or are we trying to give this person a redemptive arc? And not make him make the mistakes of the story. But again, this game didn't say we needed to know the stories. So we have this other knowledge. And maybe that's part of the fun of the game, because, again, the meta aspect of it, we're inhabiting the avatar, so we have this kind of meta information. But, again, it's up to you guys what we're doing here. But I'm happy to do... Yeah, man. At least it's a tricky choice, as opposed to, well, it's the only one remaining, let's do it. It doesn't make sense. I should have killed the cat. Well, you probably shouldn't have killed the cat. You probably really shouldn't kill things for weird reasons. And at the end of the story, he tries to kill the second cat and ends up killing his wife. Oh, and burying her in the wall. Wow, I didn't realize in Black Cat he buried his wife in the wall. Are there other stories where he buried... I mean, Cast of Amontillado, that's the one I know of being, like, bricked up in a wall. Wow, that's just a thing that happens. Okay. So again, are we trying to redeem him, or are we trying to follow the story? And again, I should have killed the cat. It also said, though, we're no longer ourselves. We are now inhabiting the body of a sadistic, rage-fueled barbarian, or whatever it said. Yeah, I don't know. What are we feeling? The chat's being... So Morgan's saying about the story, and then Mike's saying Poe and sticking corpses in walls and floors. Yeah. He's bloodthirsty. There we go. Thank you. So, yeah, are we feeling follow the story or give him conscience? That's the thing. Kill the little cat. I'm not a cat person, but I'm not going to kill him. Yeah, what are you two thinking here in regards to what we should do about this this goofy little cat here? Kill or spare? I honestly don't know what way I'm leaning. Man, with the two of you, I really do need a coin. Oh, I do have a little dice app. I wish I could... Follow the story. I love cats, but this is not a real cat. And also, Poe must be defeated. Okay, Mike gave the first answer. Let's do it. Let's kill the cat. We're bloodthirsty, right? Let's kill the cat. I should have killed the cat. You know what I'm gonna do? Write down that this is paragraph 100 for when we get kicked out and have to come back here again. Cat choice. Because this is kind of like the only thing we have left to do. I guess we could go back and just take the stupid key and make our avatar sad. Okay, should have killed the cat. 164. Boof. Let's rock. Okay, we have more. In cold blood, I slipped a noose around its neck and hung it from the limb of a tree. That's what he did. I'm vaguely remembering that. It's been I have very vague recollections of this story. As I watched the feline twist and contortion, I felt tears stream down my cheeks. With the bitterest remorse tormenting my heart, I hung it even though I knew the beast had loved me, although I had never given it any reason to do so. Okay. I should have hidden the cat's body in the house. I should have gotten rid of it elsewhere. Nice and vague. So, Morgan, we're tapping into your knowledge here. Does he put the cat's body in the house or elsewhere? Which is good and vague. Morgan says it was horrible to listen to. I guess just the description of the cat being hung. So yeah, does he put it in the house? I think it was elsewhere, which, yeah, elsewhere is... Yeah, okay. Elsewhere. Probably like buried it or something, right? I think putting it in the house is kind of weird. But it's a weird story. And he was a weird dude. Okay, having accomplished the hideous crime, okay, I set about the task of absconding the body with great determination. It's a cat. You know how tough that is to bury a cat. I came up with various plans. I thought of cutting it into many pieces and destroying it with fire. Of throwing it in the garbage. Or of locking it in a box disguised if it contained merchandise. I thought it meant the cat was disguised. Like he put the cat in a costume. But no. Locking it in a box disguised as if it contained merchandise. The box is disguised. And then assigning a porter to take it away. That sounds like a lot of money. In the end, I chose to take it to the small cemetery where children buried their pets. Does it turn into Pet Cemetery as well? So we gotta go to 156. Are we entering Stephen King realm now? The next day, my wife descended to the cellar under the guise of getting some wine. She avoided mentioning the cat in my presence, but was clearly alarmed by its disappearance. I was more than certain I would not see it again, but I decided to accompany her to the cellar in order to distract her with kindness, and thus remove all her suspicions from me. As I descended the steps, to my incredible surprise, the feline reappeared, clawing at my ankle and making me tumble headlong, irritated to the point of exasperation. I grabbed an axe and swung a blow towards the animal. Had the axe descended as I intended, it would have no doubt been a fatal blow. But my wife arrested my hand, unleashing in me a more than demoniacal fury. I released my arm from her grasp and buried the axe in her brain. She fell dead upon the spot without a groan. Okay. Seems like we're sticking to the story. I do not remember this in this story, though. I think I remember a hung cat. Holy moly. I read The Assassination Party. On the fourth day of the assassination party... No. On the fourth day after the On the fourth day after the assassination, a party of police came, very unexpectedly, into my house, and proceeded to perform a rigorous inspection of the premises. Alerted, in all probability, by the servants to whom I had justified my wife's absence by a sudden departure to visit a distant sick relative. Nevertheless, I felt confident in my chosen hiding place and did not show the slightest embarrassment. The agents asked me to accompany them in search, so I led them around the house, ending the visit in the cellar. I quivered not a muscle. My heart beat as calm as one who sleeps in innocence. The guards examined the barrels and trunks, and after a meticulous analysis, they were thoroughly satisfied. Oh, I do remember what happens here. The glee in my heart was too strong to be restrained. I burned to say, if but one word, by way of triumph, and to render doubly sure of their conviction of my innocence. "Gentlemen," I said at last as the party ascended the stairs, "I delight to have allayed your suspicions." I did not realize how much I was babbling. "I can tell you that this is very excellently well-constructed house. These walls, are you leaving, gentlemen, have been solidly put together. And here, in an excess of bravado, I struck heavily at the very section of wall behind which stood the corpse of my bride. No sooner had the reverberation of my fist died away than a voice answered from inside the tomb. A cry. At first muffled and broken like the sobbing of a child, which then rapidly increased in pitch until it became a long, intense scream, absolutely inhumane and beastly, a howl, a shocking cry which could only have come from the throat of one damned to hell. Swooning, I leaned against the opposite wall, and for a moment the guards remained motionless, in the grip of a sort of irrational awe. The next moment, a dozen strong arms began demolishing the wall, which fell all at once. The corpse, soaked in congealed blood, stood erect before the eyes of the spectators. On its head, with its red mouth agape and a single eye of fire, stood the hideous beast whose cunning had led me to commit the crime, and whose informing voice had consigned me to the hangman. I had walled the cat up inside the tomb. Okay. You come to consciousness. We're traumatized. Take note of this. Open the map. So either we get the stupid key, or we go back in and we save the cat. Those are kind of our two options at this area. And I wrote down 100 cat choice. So we could either we can either do these options here. We can spare the cat, or we just take the key from him. Exactly, where's the key? I think this was just a bad excuse to tell us a story. Spare the cat? Okay. Mike says spare the cat. Let's do it. Don't even care what you have to say, Morgan. Let's spare this stupid cat. I should have spared him. 120. I like 120. It's a good number. It's divisible by a lot of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 12, 10, 9? Maybe. Okay. Oh, here we go. I extracted a penknife from my pocket, opened it, held the poor thing by the throat, and deliberately carved one eye out of its socket. At that point, the cat broke free from my grasp and ran for cover. I felt a vague sense of horror and remorse for the crime I had committed, but it was only a superficial feeling, because the same day, I plunged back into excess and drowned all memories of the event in wine. I should have looked for the cat. I should have ignored it. All right, we're going down some weird path. Yeah, that happens too, says Morgan. Yeah. After I read it, I was like, yeah, I need to reread this one. This one's all a blur to me. So, okay, well, if this is things you do, oh boy. So do we look for the cat or ignore it? That's where we are now. Looking for the cat or ignoring it. Yeah. What we feeling here? I don't know why we would look for the cat. I mean, I guess I just don't understand our intentions. Are we looking for the cat to feed it? Mike says ignore. This was not the response I was expecting for. I should have spared the cat. Normally, when I hear the word "I'm going to spare someone," that typically means not cut their eye out. Yes. Okay. So let's ignore. Let's do our best to keep the cat safe. 156. I'm going to take note of 140. No, I don't need to. I'm good. Okay. 156. Let's ignore this thing. I feel like, but what's kind of bugging me now is because as of now, there have been the choices. We could have just taken the key. That was one choice, which would be super frustrating if that's all we could have done. But I feel like it's kind of like now I'm just reading a book to you guys because like there's only one thing we can do, as opposed to our decisions are furthering the story. It feels like right now just our decisions are just telling the story. It's just a weird way to read a book. It's just we're just kind of jumping around in a book. We will read all the paragraphs. Again, my hope is when we hit the stronghold, things will be a little bit differently. Okay. Okay. The next day, okay. We just ended up back in the, we just killed the wife again. So we just jumped back to, these feel like bad video game dialogue options. Yeah. I am Error. That was a little Zelda 2. Some dude on like by a river with dark hair. Remember, he's just kind of standing there with big old bells. I am Error. Okay. There is a Zelda role-playing game. It's called Heroes of Corli, something like that. I've been looking into maybe trying to do a live stream of that, but I don't know. Okay. Okay. So this is leading us down. I feel like if we just take this, we're going to just do the same thing. Yeah. So we're back at... Again, now it just feels like we're just going in loops again. So we can spare him and look for him, or spare him and look for him. That was the other thing, right? So spare him. If we spare him, we can look for the cat. 143. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so now we're just going to look. All right, let's just... Mutilation endeared the cat to my wife, who now avoided my presence. I could not bear the affront of being loved less than a pet, so I set out to find it and remove it from the house. But the crafty animal, alarmed by the violence of my previous anger, and forbore to present itself to me. The cat did not make an appearance during the night either, and I hoped it had decided to leave. Wompity womp, womp womp womp. And then I think we end up back in that same loop. We kill her. Is the only option to be traumatized? And to take the key? As far as you guys know, again, this is frustrating that all you can do, we're doing is just like the one thing that's available to us. It's whatever our decisions are null and void. We just keep going in a loop. So are we just grabbing this key and then looking for King Pest? That, again, that's why I'm ready to... Yeah, this has been a frustrating section once. I've been very pigeonholed into exactly what I have to choose. But were there any other options that we missed? There may have been, but I don't remember any. Was there a choice before 120? Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going back to the 162. I just want to go back to the beginning of this just to double check what what we may have missed. Okay, if we sit down, we get killed, so we refuse, like you do, because he's going to wall us up. And again, that's kind of dumb too. Like that's like really old school choose your own adventure. It's like, do you take the left door that's red or the black door? And it's like, okay, I'll take the left door. You burn to death. The end. It's like, okay, well, all right. There was no forewarning that would happen, but okay. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so we're here. Mike, you wanted to see if there was something else to do in this area, so let's go to 55. This is 59. So go to 100. This looks like it, right? Have we done every single branch that we possibly could of this? I feel like we have. You guys tell me, but I feel like, was there a choice before 120 that we didn't go down other than giving up our avatar? Mike says, hold on. Okay. Do we go to 490 or 94? Yeah, I was about to say, I was literally just thinking, do we try 94 just for fun? Sure. Let's see. That would be fun. So yeah, holy crap, I think this may be it. You open your eyes as if from a deep sleep and find yourself sitting in an armchair in an elegant mansion. The fire in the fireplace is not burned for some time, and at your feet you notice a pile of crimson ashes. There's something glimmering in its midst, a metallic object. As you get to your feet, you realize that you have avoided profound suffering thanks to your ingenuity. The man has gone insane because of the Red Death disease, and his ghost was paying the price for his heinous deeds. Perhaps he was under the illusion that he could change his tragic past by using your powers, but there are times when it's impossible to escape one's destiny. You approach the ghost's remains and take the object you came for, then walk out quickly away before finding yourself prey to his nightmares again. You got the stupid key. Yay! Good job, Mike. Okay. We were talking about it, we just never did it. That makes me wonder if that's come up before and we didn't do it. But nonetheless, hooray. Oh, with the raven-haired weirdo. Yeah, okay. So anyway, hooray. We can still be trusted. We got this. Okay, the book. That was clever. But who cares? We did it. 94. Thank you, Mike. We got the stupid key. Let's go find King Pest. I'm going to put the key up on the screen. If I can remember how. I think I do this. Yeah. We're not trusted. We just, it doesn't say, wait, are we? Oh, shoot. Your avatar now trusts you. You would think I could read, but you've been hearing me narrate this and you've learned I can't read. So hooray, we're trusted as well. So let's see, how do I do this? There we go. I'm just going to type trusted. And we have a face. Okay. All right, King Pest. I'm feeling good. Let's go. King Pest, let's do it. I want to I'd love to get this King Pest key, and then I'm acting like it's going to be easy, and then Stronghold for the next episode, and hopefully that's it. That'd be amazing. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got two keys. We got two keys in an hour, almost exactly. Okay, feeling good. Let's go. Big bucks. I need to do command. Okay, I was complaining. I apologize. Valentino Sergi? I don't know how to say your last name. It's Italian. But nonetheless, it's still a bit confusing at times and frustrating. Okay, 153. Okay, we all hate this area, but I think we can find that rat pretty quick. Okay, you turn down the alley. We're at that same stupid spot that says you have discovered a secret passage. If you will be asked to add the number of this paragraph to continue, use it in its place. I don't understand the wording of that, but this has been an issue. But we're doing fine. 181. Is this where we get our bearings? Or hide? I feel like if we get our bearings, Mike is saying, hold on, let's go back. Okay. Are we here? No. Oh, the secret passage? Okay. Is this what you want to go back to? It says you have discovered a secret passage. If you will be asked to add the numbers of this paragraph to continue, use in its place the pair of numbers you read between the lines. Mark it. Mike is this is something that has confused me a bit, so I'm happy to. It says if you will be asked, 6 houses, 6 crosses, 2 inquisitors. Oh, you walk past a block of 6 houses. Their doors marked with as many painted crosses, so 6. When a sudden noise behind you reveals a pair of inquisitors. You have discovered a secret passage. If you will be asked to add the number of this paragraph to continue, use in its place the pair of numbers you read between the lines. Mark it. We go to 66 or 62. But see, we also got that one thing the Raven told us. The Raven gave us this clue. It says, if offered to read between the lines, ignore what's offered, sum the highlighted numbers, and go to the result. That's what we did in the last thing. We summed the highlighted numbers, even though they were italicized. They weren't highlighted, they were italicized. But these aren't italicized in regards to what the Raven told us. But so how are you getting 14, Mike? Oh, you're just adding 6 plus 6 plus 2? Yeah, 6 plus 6 is 2 is 14. That's probably it. Yeah. Let's see what okay, so what are we on right now? 153. I'm just gonna write down where we are, just so we can easily hop back here, because I thought the rat's just in this area and that'll get us to King Pest, but maybe we do need to do this. So we're at 153. Let's real quick let's see what 14 does for us. Hit. No, this is back in the pit. That's not that. So I'm thinking it's 66 or 62. It's a pair of numbers. The instruction says use a pair of numbers. Okay. Nope. Not that. 62. Oh, we just... Oh, shoot. Whoops, I could have just... If you'd rather leave, go to 62. It's probably not this. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, it's not that either, sir. 153. Those make it sound like we're inside certain places or at other areas. Weird. Yeah, I don't understand what this is saying yet. But I still do feel if we go to 181, well, which we have to, except for the stupid secret passage, which I don't understand what it's saying. Okay. If you weren't running for your life, you'd be paralyzed, blah, blah. We've been here before, a lot. In one of these ways, we see the rat that leads us to King Pest. Was it hide? I feel like when we try to get our bearings... Was it hide or bearings? I can start down 181, and then... Again, we also know that this thing is a big loop that leads you nowhere. That was 2 episodes ago. Hide... Okay. Yeah, I feel like bearings kind of opened up the area. Like we were like searching the whole... Here we go. Here's the rat. And this was a riddle. You count a man by his teeth and a rat by his tail or something like that. So we just counted the teeth and the tail, which was, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 79. That was a quick little puzzle we had earlier. Small rodent brings us to 148. If you have the map, if you decide to cross the threshold of the gloomy building, which, yes, we do, because that's where King Pest is, right? You pass through the entrance. Here's the people. Hi. They say things we already know. And stop reading between the lines. You won't find anything of use here. Okay, so we got a read between the lines here. I feel like this is... Oh, do we sum... Wait. Okay, here we go. So it has this whole spiel about the court of King Pest. And then it says at the end, and stop reading between the lines. You won't find anything of use here. Go to 101 now. You said 20 is italicized, Mike? Let's see here. Let's see if we got anything else. Dozen right there. It says highlight, but it's actually italicized, which is frustrating. But so okay, so let's see what we got here. So we're currently combing for italicized words. Dozen. Is that the only one on this page? $20. So we're at 32 currently. Is that it? 32? Oh, where'd you... Oh, you found 6, Mike? Where was 6 at? Oh, there it is, right here. 6. Thank you. Good job. So we have dozen here. We have 6. I totally missed that. Thank you. Oh, and here's 2. Did you get that one as well? There's a 2. So dozen. 6. 2. I think when I was reading this, initially, I was like, why is that italicized? But yeah, again, the Raven told us sum the highlighted numbers. I guess they are highlit, but they're not highlighted. Is this it then? So 40? Is that what this comes out to? Yeah, 40. Just double checking here. There's 20. Okay, let's try 40. Come on, big bucks, big bucks. This is putting us a little further into the court. We've been here before. This is where we get served the Amontillado. We drink it. right? Do you think this is the right jump, or did we miss a number, do you think? Because it just says, has he left? Not entirely. It would seem, but I hope enough. I don't know how you managed to put up with him, with his obsession for macabre details and numbers, but forgive me. Make your avatar comfortable. Oh, we haven't had guests here for a long time. Wipe away that lost expression. I'll gladly answer all your questions, but first, let me introduce myself. I'm the monarch. Yeah, see, this is old, right? Oh, balls. What number were we just at? Do you remember? I don't. Let's see, 181? No, last numbers I wrote down was 181. If you'd rather continue running... Here we go. We wanted to hide. That leads us to that dumb rat. Oh, and this was 79. Yeah, let's double check again for the sum of things. 148. Wait. Yeah, 111. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's comb this thing. That's the dark entrance. All right, flowers. In the middle of the room stands an ebony table, in the midst of which you detect a huge vat filled with a liquid that seems to be punch, surrounded by a dozen bottles of wine, flagons, jugs, and carafes of every shape and kind. You count 6 people, so there's 18, standing around the alcoholic feast. Some are sealed on coffin trestles, as if they were benches, including the person who seemed to preside over the group. A strange personage is tall and gaunt with saffron yellow face, forehead so hideously lofty it looks like a crown of flesh. His mouth is puckered and dimpled in an expression of ghastly affability. His 2 eyes, so what is that, 20 now? Like everybody else around the table, are glazed with fumes of intoxication. He's dressed head to toe in a pall, wrapped around his form as if a cloak. His head is adorned with sable hearse plumes. In his right hand he holds a large human thigh bone, which he waves this way and that. Sitting opposite him, with her back to the door, sits a lady of no whit the less extraordinary appearance and equally unnatural emaciation, to the right of whom is a diminutive young man who pours herself a drink. By her side is a puffy, wheezy old gouty man. Next to him, and to the right of the president of the table, is a bizarre man in an elegant suit whose mouth and wrists are sealed with bandages of muslin. He stares at you with bloodshot eyes if he recognizes you. Okay, so that's 20. At the end of the grotesque parade, you notice an individual wearing somewhat uniquely a coffin. You know that guy. He glares at you treacherously. Yeah, okay. You notice that most of the diners are clutching a portion of skull, which they use as a cup, ribcage, blah, blah, blah. Following the reflected light of the walls, you detect about 20 lids. Okay, now we're back up to 40. Fastened to the windows to prevent the rays of light from reaching the outside, perhaps to keep away the inquisitors. Okay. That's not precisely so. They daren't enter here, nor shall they ever. There are far worse annoyances that we prefer to avoid, the host gentleman of the Bazaar Group says. I regret that I have to draw attention to the unreliability of the narrator. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I'm surprised that you and your avatar even managed to reach us with such a guide. The man, if such a figure can be called thus, looks at you and sneers. That's enough. The introduction has gone on long enough. Leave us alone. Just go to 40? I feel like this ultimately leads to 40. It's just, I guess we just go straight to 40. I feel like if we just read more, he just, on a complete lark, what's 133? Where the hell did you get 133? Are you adding, how did you get 133, Mike? I'm happy to try it, but where did that come from? The page number is 93. Oh, this? I don't think that's going to do it, but sure. But 133? Where are we at? Hang on. Let's see where we are. Well, we're going to 40. If nothing else fails, we just go to stupid 40. The woman inquisitively scrutinized your wounds. Yeah, that's weird. Let's go to 40 and drink this stupid wine. Drink a goblet of the Amontillado. Serve yourself by going to 42. If you'd rather refuse, I don't know why this is so hard to read, go to 63. I feel like we have done this before, but whatever. I felt this is the last time we were in this situation. This is when we tried to attack him. which we don't have the opportunity of doing. So do we want to drink the Sublime Amontillado or refuse? Which last time we drank it, we kind of got knocked out, didn't we? I felt like something weird happened to us. Black Cherry Waterloo. Yeah, what, 63? Yeah, I'm feeling refuse as well. I feel like last time we didn't have a choice, though. I'm almost positive last time we were here, we just had to drink it. So maybe this is a slightly different paragraph section and just looks, it's made to look like the other one. King Pest smiles gracefully at you, accepting your refusal with a dignified nod of his sable-plumed head, and leads you to an armchair, which his men had placed there for your comfort. Okay. Let's talk, King Pest. Give us a key. Whoops, I think I was supposed to do 106, not 206. Right? I hope. Right? Yeah. Before resuming the conversation, King Pest pours some punch into his bony goblet, guzzles the reddish liquid in one breath, and wipes his flabby chin on the sleeve of his robe. As promised, I shall now respond to your questions. We don't have these questions. We already know these questions, bro. Did I go to the right section? Yeah. We don't care about this. We don't want to know more about this place at Strange in Heavens, because I already read all that. And we don't want to know the Inquisition hunting us down. We already know all this. Blah, 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 blah. Did we not read between the lines properly? If offered to read between lines, ignore what's offered, sum the highlighted numbers, and go to the result. 42 then? What's 42, Mike? Where'd you get that? I mean, I'll go. 40, what's the number 42? What's 42? Oh, to drink the goblet. Oh, okay, sure. You regenerate at 76. So this is what happened last time. We drank it, and then we kind of got all wonky, and we kind of like died, and then came back in a thing. Okay, this is. Ooh, this isn't good. So we regenerate in a puddle of dark liquid next to a barrel of a corpse. King Pest bends down so his eye level, spreads a palm upon his knees, and bursts into laughter. Each time that happens is a true delight. Don't worry about the body. We'll make good use of it, as always. The Avatar is merely a means used by others before you, and trapped in this absurd hell just like the rest of you are. Don't bother yourself too much with it, or else you risk missing all the fun. The king smiles and waves you towards an armchair that his men have prepared for you. If your Avatar is traumatized, drowning brings back the terrible memory of the well. Okay, that was a while ago. You lose control and helplessly watch your Avatar escape from that cursed place and towards the Inquisitors who await its arrival. You repossess it at 69. What? I feel like we didn't go where we were supposed to go. It's an unfair fight. You struggle, but the jailer's grip is firm. Oh, we're not traumatized? Oh, Jesus. You're right. We're not. We're trusted. Balls. Where are we? Thank you, chat. What stupid section we're on? 76. Thank you. God, what would I do without you guys? Oh, frag. Okay. Oh, that's why I thought we were traumatized, because it says if your avatar is traumatized, all this happens. Otherwise, head meekly to the armchair. Now your avatar is traumatized. That's where my head went. I read ahead that we became traumatized, and then I jumped up to if you're traumatized. So yeah, we are traumatized now, but we go to 106. Sorry. I was like, why did I do that? Because that. I still think we're not where we need to be, but whatever. Before we resume the conversation, oh, butts. It's the read between the lines thing, right? But we've done 40 before. Like this is the dude we're supposed to talk to. Should we have not gone to 40 and just seen what the options happened to... It feels like we got lost. You think? Yeah, I feel like it's that between the lines thing. That's the only... Because this is all our original conversation with him. And as far as I'm aware... This is where we did, like, cut to the chase. That's... Oh, wow. Is this hyperlinked? That'd be insane if it's hyper... And then we did this. This is where he tells us about the keys. Oh, okay. Okay, well, this is, again, nonetheless, we will get some information. Yeah, so Mike, you said, don't we have a King Pest page where he gives an option that we can only take if we have the keys? That's what I'm trying to do right now, which is that's where I'm trying to, like, fast forward to in our old conversation. So now turn the page and read carefully the instructions. So here, this is his instructions. That's literally, Mike, where I just got to. And now render you and read carefully. Remember that when you obtain the 5 keys, you can ask for a new audience. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what we wanted. Add the second digit to the right of the paragraphs where you found them. Okay, here we go. And add the result to the number of this paragraph, 73. There we go. That's what I was trying. Here we go. This is what we're... So, we got to remember what passages. I've written down most of them. Let's see what we get. So we need the 5 paragraphs. If somebody has a pen and paper, I'm going to find the paragraphs. We got the key of poetry in passage 84. We got the key of tombs in 74. The key of heart in... Wait, the key of heart in 64. Shoot, those may be the only ones that I marked. I'm sure I can do a search and find them pretty quickly, I bet. But let's see here. Key of Poetry 84, Key of Tomb. This Inquisitor Cell is 75. I have Raven House 155, but I don't think that was the right one. Maybe I screenshot it, actually. Give me a second to find my screenshots. I'm looking a little bit further into my notes. Suicidal tendencies. No, okay. Let me see if I can find a screenshot. I sadly was just cleaning my computer off, so give me a second. Oh, here's one. That's the read between the line note that I took a screenshot of. Key of Raven was 54. No, not that. So which key are we missing here? It looks like we just need one more. It's all 4s so far, yeah. That's it. We got everyone. Poetry, tombs, heart, cat. There was still one more. 2, 3. We have 5 keys. We still need one more. Oh, Raven. I named them all? Oh, wow. I actually took good notes. Go me. So you're saying Raven. Didn't I just say Raven or no? I thought I did. Maybe there's a delay in the chat. Poetry, tombs, heart, cat. And I feel like I just said Raven. And Mike says, yeah, we're good. So what's the answer? 73 plus 20, basically. 73 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. 93. Okay. 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 Note to self, take better notes, Avery. A reason I haven't been is because this is my first stream attempt, and I was so focused on my audio issues in the beginning that I was losing my mind doing that. Now I'm just losing my mind in the book, which is maybe the point. 93. Let's do it. Great. Good job, guys. You return to the funeral parlor and walk down the corridor of stacked coffins all along the way to the main hall. King Pest sits alone in the empty room, sipping a liqueur lit only by a dying torch. As you enter, he sets the glass down and looks at you with a sad and angry expression. That's a funny mix. I chose them because they were all victims, and in my kingdom they would have found momentary relief from the clutches of their murderers. They depended, I think it was vaguely British last time. They depended on me, on this free port, but you freed them by revealing that a different destiny is possible. King Pest approaches you slowly and hands you his key. What? He towers over you in height, and his skeletal face, in the light of the flame, seems to tremble. Who knows whether you will ever make it to the real end, or whether you have the guts to face it. But if this should be our last meeting, do not earmark the pages, as I do detest that. That's kind of funny. You have found the key of King Pest. Make a note of it, along with the number of this paragraph. Even if your avatar dies, you will not lose it, unless instructed to delete a key. Okay. So, there's still this eyeball key, which we haven't gotten, but we do have the King Pest one. I guess the eyeball one is in the stronghold, which Barry actually had the idea for the stronghold that if we reverse the map, the numbers were 99. And he was thinking maybe it's flipped, like it's 66. Because I was thinking, because I think I may have said it's like 99. If you reverse it, it's still 99. And I think he said 66 because somebody, I can't remember who, but we did get the clue earlier, to enter the stronghold, reverse the map. So anyway, we have this key, and let's write down the paragraph, which is, you found the King Pest. Where the heck did it go? You found the key. Make note of it along with the number of this paragraph. Okay, see, this is the thing. In some, it will give you the number of the paragraph right here, but in this instance, it didn't give you the number of paragraph, so I have to kind of go back and look at the number of the paragraph. Anyway, I know it's 93, but I'm just saying it hasn't been the most consistent in certain things. So 93, pest key. It rhymes. 93, pest key. All right, my friends. So we can ask him where to go next, or if we know our destination, open the map and go there. I'm worried he's going to punish us if we ask him what to do next, but because I feel like we know what we want to do, but maybe he'll be like, go get a bone shard. There's a whole bunch of them here on the floor. Making us work for it. No kidding. So, good job, us. We currently have 6 keys. This key icon has never popped up before. Like, that's why I don't even have space for it down below, because when we were told about the keys originally, these were the 6 keys we were told to get. But he obviously has this one here, even though his wife said she had it. I'm curious about what he said about that last key again. At what point were you talking about, Mike? Because I do have some of this stuff actually marked. And I thought we had to, like, the Court of King Pest, I thought we had to figure out who had what keys and stuff like that. That hasn't happened either. I want to be trusted by our stupid avatar. Why don't they? We're busting our butts. And the wall of text, this most recent wall of text. It was a few paragraphs ago. Oh, butts. I mean, I can backtrack because we're on paragraph 93. Oh, shoot. What we did 40? No. 73. It was 70. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Sure. 73. So let's say it was whatever. So 20 minus where we are now. So 73. Yeah, give me a second, bud. Skadoosh. King Pest swirls his femur. This is, yeah, this is what we were originally told, but let's see here. Later, oh, here we go. If you find all 5 of my subject's keys, I will grant you mine. Check. The 7th key, meanwhile, is in the hands of the Inquisitors, and it is likely that you'll once more lose your life before finding its hiding place. You think? Stupid battery and that dumb telltale heart. Now I don't like the telltale heart anymore because of that. Behind one of the 7 doors... Oh, here we go. This is important, I guess. Behind one of the 7 doors, you'll find Our Lady. But don't ask me which. Even if I knew, I wouldn't help you even under the threat of torture. I don't quite know what he's talking about. You can come back to this page at any time to get more information about the members of our court and to find out to whom the keys you find belong. It wouldn't be a bad idea to leave a bookmark here, which I have. Keep in mind, that's up to you to find a way into the fortress. Again, we could try we can't go in the cell we came out because it's guarded. The front door is basically blocked, but we haven't tried Barry's idea of reversing the map to do 66 instead of 99. Keep in mind, if by chance you can't solve a puzzle, continue on even if it leads you down paths you've already taken. Been there, done that. Okay. Great. So, so we definitely don't ask him. So since we kind of have I guess we could just come back here and ask him. Or should we ask him? Like, so we can try 66 first, see if that leads us in the stronghold. If it doesn't, let me find that clue as well. Where was it at? Reverse the map to enter the fortress. Somebody said that. I don't know who. Let's try the map first. Okay. I am going to... What number was that? 94? Was that was the number that... yeah, 94 is talking to... No, wait, 74 is talking to King Pest. King Pest ask. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the map. Do you guys remember who told us to flip it and we'll know where to go? It says right there too. Reverse the map to enter. Oh, it was that reversed. Okay, it was a reverse clue with no vowels in it. Who said that to us? Was that the Raven? I feel like it was early on. I feel like it was in the Raven. I'm just curious. But I feel like it was in that Raven section. Like when we first dealt with the Raven. The Raven hooked us up a little bit. Okay. So 60. Okay, sorry. So we turned 66 into 99. So reverse the... Let's see if I can find the actual... I think it just says reverse the map to enter the fortress. That was it. Reverse the map to enter the fortress. So 99? Okay. Because 66, I think, just said, it's a big scary place. The Inquisition's here. So 99 is... Getting there. Okay. You head to the fortress once again. This is sounding promising. Prepared to face any danger that comes your way in order to end this nightmare. At the entrance, the massive door opens as if by an invisible force. Hey! Yay! Good job, Barry. Revealing the distant sound of an orchestra. Oh, we've got an orchestra. As the door shuts behind you, you walk down the long corridor illuminated by heavy torches glowing under banners. The palace appears deserted. You see no guards or members of the Inquisition as you travel past the bare granite walls, and you follow the music without encountering any obstacles until you reach a large dining room where a feast is taking place. You hide behind a curtain so as to observe the events going on without being noticed. Ooh, is this the Mask of the Red Death? You count more than 100 people. It may be. They are dancing, and there's a long banquet table spread out with all manners of delight. The walls are covered with fancy and finely embroidered tapestries and jousting weapons. But you notice on the wall opposite you a gigantic ebony grandfather clock. Its pendulum emits a gloomy and monotonous tone, and when you look at it, the clock strikes the hour, releasing a clear, strong, and deep sound from its bronze lungs with such a force that the musicians of the orchestra are forced to stop. The couples stop dancing, and a veil of anxiety falls over the whole merry company, but when the reverberation of the gong fades away, everyone starts laughing and dancing again, almost embarrassed by their nervousness, while still others remain a bit bewildered for a bit longer. The frenzied dancing, the people's veracity, and their eccentric costumes convey a sense of oppressive fatalism, as if this was the final party before an ominous event. You decide to move on, so as not to run the risk of being noticed by the Inquisitors present at the festivities. You let yourself be instinctively guided towards a large chamber with 7 doors. Each entrance has symbol of one of the keys on it. If you don't have all the keys yet, open the map and choose another destination. Ha, sucker. Reverse the digits of the paragraphs where you found these keys to open their respective locks. And then it says, in order to use the key of Inquisition, solve the puzzle by looking at the clues you find in other rooms and comparing them to each other. Oh, I wonder if each room is also like the rooms that he goes to in Mask of the Red Death are the different colors. But okay, check for italics. I didn't see any. I feel like I would have called it out. No. So, but we do have each entrance has a symbol of one of the keys on it. Reverse the digits of the paragraphs where you found these keys to open their respective locks. Okay. So we had butts. What was the Raven was the only one I don't have written down. I have it pasted. Yeah, I is the only one. That's the Inquisitor's key, is the I. So we don't have the digit for that. So you have Raven. Thank you. So ooh, I'm gonna take a screenshot of your chat, Mike, just so I don't have to. There we go. King Pest 39. Oh, thank you. Take another screenshot. Yeah, I is the one we don't know yet. So, do we need to go in each of these doors, and then we get something from each room, and then... Is that what it's saying? So, reverse the digits of the paragraph where you found these keys to open their locks. And once we have all of them open, then in order to use the Key of Inquisition, solve the puzzle by looking at the clues you find in the other rooms, by comparing them to each other. So, yeah, let's... The King Pest said about the 7 doors. He's like, I'm not going to tell you where she is. So I'm assuming each of these rooms are all of the denizens that we've already gotten the keys from originally. But I think we just need to flip. We just need to flip the numbers. So if it was a 74, it's a 47, right? So is there a particular one that we want to start with? Find my little screenshot here. There it is. So, because I believe what that means is the poetry key is 48. That was the first one we got. Oh, how you guys doing on time, by the way? We're pushing. I mean, do we want to keep pushing a little bit longer, or is this a great stopping point? At least see what's in one of the doors. We've done good today. We've gotten some frustration off of our shoulders, but it feels like we're in the final throes of it, so it's exciting. Yeah, what are we... let me know how you guys are feeling on time, and if you want to push on a little bit more, and what which one you want to hit here. And then if we could finish tonight, I can keep going. I can't finish tonight, but I can keep going though. That's for sure. But I think next session, I'm guessing we definitely will. No, I'm not gonna say definitely, but I feel good that we could finish it. This may take a bit of time, but I say we try one of these doors and just see what a door entails. I also have the feeling we could end up back in the pit area, because it's like, do you have the rough-hewn dagger? Do you have the bone knife or whatever the hell? I think I got one of the numbers wrong above, so we'll want to check those paragraphs. Okay. Well, if you have the cat and the heart, oh, you have the cat and the heart. Okay, well, let's just do the raven, just for fun. I can double check that too. So are you guys good with just trying the raven and see what happens? I'm going to mark. Okay, 99 is the, I don't know if we can come back to 99 or not. So 99 is the key chamber. Okay, so yeah, let's do the raven. The raven was, I said it and now I forgot it because I'm dumb. Okay, so the raven was 49, so let's go to 94 and see if that is right. Nope, that's not right. Was the raven actually in 49? Because that's wrong. Raven was 94. So yeah, so I took, but I thought it said we had to reverse the, I thought it said to reverse the number where we found it. Right? Let's see. Give me a second. We were at 99, right? Am I crazy? Head to the fortress again. Here we go. Each entrance has a symbol of the keys on it. Reverse the digits of the paragraphs where you found those keys to open their respective locks. So we go to 49. Did I take us to 94? Because I'm... We go to 49? But we've already been to 49. Oh. Oh, Mike. Oh, god dang it. You flipped them already. I screenshotted your thing where you... No, so I screenshotted your thing, Mike, where you put all the numbers. I didn't realize you had already flipped them. So you did the work for me, and then I did it again. Too many cooks. Okay. We're here. Who cares? Okay. Mike, you already did the job. I'm done. Let's go. As soon as... Oh, boy. Numbers. Here we go, Mike. Erase the... Okay. As soon as you open the door to the room marked with cat, a beautiful black feline peeps out and slowly walks between your legs. You caress it gently. The cat replies with a loud purr before pouncing off. You almost miss noticing that the symbol on the key to this door has disintegrated, and a series of numbers appear in its place. Note down the clue, return to 99. Maybe we should open all the doors and give us a couple of days to figure out what these clues are. How does that sound? So I'm going to be a good boy, write down these numbers. Mike, I'm sure you're doing it too. Okay, so this is the, this is cat. Whoa, I keep hitting that. Cat. Okay, 615379. Oh my god, what's this going to mean? Okay, so that brings us back to 99. And then we need to figure out a paragraph you said you did write down wrong. We'll figure that out pretty quickly. So poetry would be 48 because it was 84. Thank you, Mike, for switching these. So let's try 48 and see if that does good for us. Oh, boy. Okay, we got a puzzle. When you open the door marked with the sign of poetry, you are welcomed by the warm light of spring. You enter a room with a leaded glass window that looks out over a green forest. Elegant and simple pieces of white wooden furniture fill the vast room. There are 2 bookcases full of collections of sonnets and poems. You run your fingers over the spines of the book and feel deeply moved, as if your body were able to recall happier days spent in this room. Suddenly, a pile of broken glass catches your eye, and you notice that a corner of the elegant leaded glass window has been broken by a stone, ruining the design. You can try to reassemble the pattern, selected the necessary pieces. If you manage to recompose the image, go to the paragraph indicated in the sequence of pieces, otherwise go back to 99. Oh, we're just trying to make the little sunburst. Well, I think 5 is out. Okay, let's see here. So, oh, sorry, can you guys see this okay? Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me scooch up a bit better for you. Sorry about that. So I think we're just trying to just put this thing back together like perfectly. But 5 overlaps with too much, so we can't do that. 4 1 6 2 3. That's probably go to the paragraph. No, that's too much, Mike, because that means we'd have to go to paragraph 1 6 2 3, and paragraphs don't go that high. And I'm assuming it's going to go in numerical order. So if it was 1 6 2 3, it'd be 1 2 3 6, I guess. I could rock this one with like Inkscape or something, or just get my printer out and cut it. Okay, we don't need 3. I don't think we need 5 either. Just 1. So 1 2 6, Mike. That's what you think? Let me see here. 1. Yeah, that may work. 1 2 6. I'm happy to give that a shot. 1 2 6. No, I can try 1 6 2, but I don't think that's going right either. Nah, it's about talking about streets leading us to places. Let's get back to 99 and jump back into that. I can't remember. Wait, we were poetry. That was 84. No, 48, excuse me. Well, nonetheless, what I can do is, just because we're getting kind of wrapping up, let's see what through all the doors. What we can do is, like, screenshot this, and for next session, we can come up with the answer to it. This isn't incredibly tricky. It's just, there, I screenshotted it as well. I'm sure I can pretty easily figure this one out. So let's go back to 99, because we can always just hop right back to this. Come on, 99, 99, jeebers, 99, 99. Okay. Actually, why did we even go to 99? We just need to go back to, did you say that your tomb key was correct, Mike? 47? You feel that good that it was 74? All right, I'm going for it. 47. Yeah, here we go. When you open the door, ooh, this looks like another battery one. When you open the door marked with the sign of the tomb, you enter an abandoned laboratory, the Monster Mash, the walls of which are lined with numerous cabinets full of test tubes and beakers of all kinds. The air smells rotten and stale, and you instinctively bring your arm up to your face so as not to be overwhelmed by nausea. In the center of the room, illuminated by the faint light of evening, which makes it all its way through purplish windows, stands a metal operating table, still soiled from the last operation performed on it. Next to it is a massive table on which lie a variety of surgical instruments and electrical paraphernalia, which lead you to believe that the woman who installed the galvanic battery inside the chest of the Tempest Duke worked from here before leaving the fortress. Oh, that's right, because she was working with the Duke for this. You stare in horror at the bloody tools and wonder if they are the same ones that were used to create your avatar. If you put the circuit back together, you might be able to understand exactly what happened. By deciphering the number in each square, note to our like, you will be able to reactivate the device, the 3 digits, go to that paragraph. Cool. That's another good screenshot. That will take us a handful of minutes to do on our own. Screenshot. All right. And that was... Okay, let's just go back to... So we've done poetry. Again, we can, before next session, I think we can just kind of go back in and plug all these in. Poetry. This was tombs. We haven't done the Telltale Heart. And Mike, you're feeling, one of them you were kind of feeling a little iffy on. But let's try 46. Oh, here we go. When you open the door marked with the figure of the heart, you enter a study filled with furniture and shelves heavy with old books, exotic jewelry, and small silver knickknacks. A brightly colored stained glass window reflects the light of a brilliant summer sun, illuminating the treasure of the pestiferous Archduke. There is not a soul to be seen, but you notice an annotated paper next to a pile of coins. Okay. Taking another little screenshot here. Oh, okay, fun. Yeah, let's just get all these puzzles out of the way, man. Okay. And feel free to like reach out in a post or chat or Discord or whatever, Mike. If you need more pictures of these, but hopefully you've had time to grab them. Oh, or you can just go back and watch the video we're making right now and get it. Okay. So we should have like 2 more. We've done poetry, tombs, heart. Oh, Mike says 72 for an answer. Let's see here. I mean, I'm happy to try real quick, I guess, because we're here. Solve the puzzle of the coins, and the symbol on the key to this door will vanish, leaving a series of numbers in its place. Oh, okay. Good job, Mike. How'd you do that? I didn't even look at the puzzle. I was so busy, like, taking notes of things. Oh, but this says, solve the puzzle of the coins, and the symbol on the key to this door will vanish, leaving a series of numbers in its place. Oh, so we did solve it, I guess. This was, shoot, which door were we just at? Was it all like multiples of 3 or something? I wasn't even paying attention. You multiply the previous number. Oh, okay. Thanks, Morgan. Morgan's on it. So, which room? Oh, this was the coins and symbol. Which room was this? Was this the heart? I forgot which room this was involved with. And what number are we headed off to next? 46? That's where we were? Or that's where we're headed? And then we've got, we should just have a couple more doors. Let's see what the chat says, which is heart. Okay. Sorry, send a response. Ransom. Good. So we've got, that's heart. So we are headed to the cat, which we think is 48. Let's see about that. No, we've done that one. Oh, it's on the poetry. So, okay. Oh, this was your, this was the one that you, doubled up, Mike. So cat, let me through my notes to find the cat. Where did I put it? Key of poetry, pest, key of the tomb, heart. Where's the cat? Poetry, pest, tomb, raven. Was that the one that I just I found on the no, the cat one was that we just did today. Key chamber, key of heart. Where the heck did I is the cat number? Cat was 94. Okay, so 49. Oh, so it's just right down here. There we go. Oh, we already did this one. Right? This was the first one we did, right? Yes, we've already done this one. Yeah, we have definitely done this one. We have not done the room with the Raven. The Raven, yeah, Mike, you got, I think you transposed two of them. The Raven is the one that I have written down in a, 1 second. Is it this? Nope. The Raven... Where'd you go, buddy? Raven was 54, so it's 45. Whoa! Ooh, got stuff coming up here. When you open the door with the Raven image on it, the light from the hallway floods a vast dark room that's completely bare of all belongings. There remains only an old armchair and a metal-rimmed mirror hanging on the wall, reflecting the face of the pestilential Duke. The image speaks to you. I trusted in your determination. Let this be our farewell. Let me be alone at the end before they notice your presence. After the reflection disappears, a raven emerges from a tall, narrow Gothic window and flutters around the room, perching on the edge of the mirror, and then staring at you with the eyes of a demon. The light from the torches outside makes its shiny feathers gleam, lengthens its shadows across the floor, so that it reaches towards your feet like tentacles of darkness, wrapping around your legs and dragging you into the center of the room. Nevermore shall you escape. Squawks the hellish beast. That wasn't much of a squawk. Nevermore shall you escape, squawks the hellish beast, pulling you into darkness. There you go. You cling to the door. Fear takes your breath away as the dark force clenches at your ankles. Your grip begins to give, but you notice a series of symbols unsteadily carved into the wood of the door. They look like calculations related to where the light falls through the window and into the room. Your salvation may be determined by your capability of calculating the final problem, which would allow you to direct the light coming in and thus weakening those blackish strands that have trapped you. It's like Evard's black tentacles. Let's see if we can get all... You cannot fit all of this. Well, give me a second, and I will try to squish this document so you can see all of it. I mean, now I just got to make sure I hit the right button. Oh, look at that. I did it right. There we go. Whoa. Okay. That's probably another, take a picture and get back to that one later. And then, dink dink, we've got, okay. And then that leads us with, that's it. Oh, we're like trapped here. We can't leave, apparently. Oh, we're just trying to see what goes next. Let's see here. It said, this is like the first one that said you can't leave, but I don't really care that much. Just because we're pushing. Ooh, we've been over 2 hours. This has been a long session, guys. So I'm going to cheat and leave. And I feel like we still have the King Pest puzzle, right? Is that the last one? Have we gotten the... I feel like we got all of them but King Pest, right? So that's 93. Let's check out King Pest. Oh, wait. Oh, he was at 93, so he's 39, excuse me. 39. Insert key into the lock. When it is inside, turn it quickly, but it breaks in your fingers. Damn. Examine the remains. The symbol on the key vanished, leaving no trace. You delete the King Pest key, go back to 99. I'm going to examine this. It's written in a weird format, too. I'm just curious if there's something hidden to it. Insert the key into the lock. When it is inside, turn it quickly, but it breaks in your fingers. Damn. Examine the remains. And then it's that symbol, the circle. So maybe it's telling us something about all those other numbers we're getting, which maybe just doesn't make sense. But this may be the way to break the code of all those numbers we're getting. Maybe? I don't know. And then back to 99. Okay. So yeah, we got some puzzles, my friends. Thank you so much for playing. We did good, right? We were frustrated, but we did. So Mike just says, I'm guessing those other puzzles will help us solve this one. Yeah, or vice versa. Or this, like, with all of those weird numbers we've been getting, that's going to, like these numbers here, for instance, these weird things, that will somehow inform what that is, or vice versa. But we're just going to pick up right here. I'll try to get Barry to watch this, at least watch the last like 15 minutes where we had all these puzzles. But yeah, we got some puzzles. And yeah, I think that's a great place to call it a night. And hopefully we wrap this up next session, right? I'm feeling that like that's the thing, especially if we can just bang out all these puzzles and figure out what all this means. Cool. Thank you so much for playing. I'm really excited to do the Cthulhu one tomorrow. I think that's gonna be a little bit more straightforward. It'll be harder choices but like a more like a story that we should be able to finish in one setting. But thank you so much. This has been frustrating at times, but it's been fun, and it's been fun because of you guys. And it's been fun too because I love Edgar Allan Poe, and this is a clever book. It's frustrating at times, but it is a very clever book. So I am enjoying it. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for a long session, and I'm guessing I'll probably see you guys tomorrow for some Call of Cthulhu. All right, let's get out of here. Good night, you guys. Awkward moment, looking for a button to end the stream.